So ever since I was a kid, I've been taught that people are harmful to nature. That if I want to save our planet, the best thing I could do is minimize my impact and my influence on our environment. That story never really sat well with me. In fact, it created a desert in my heart. But thankfully, I've learned that's not the whole truth. And the more I observe nature, the more I understand how all of the world's problems can be solved in the garden. Now, after 2020, my career as a working musician was put on hold. So I decided to embark on a quest to discover how people can truly live in harmony with nature. I lived in tents, sheds, barns, working on farms, and studying nature everywhere from the Pacific Northwest to the Colorado Desert and even the Hawaiian and Caribbean islands. And gradually, I deepened my relationship with this place we call home. I experienced firsthand how much the land can take care of us if we take care of the land. Now, I was living in a paradise, but I just couldn't stop thinking about the high desert. I couldn't escape this calling I felt that my quest would never be complete until I brought everything I'd learned back home, put my roots down deeper than I ever thought possible, and got to work finding solutions for my family and my community here in the desert. I realized that the process of revegetating that desert in my heart and revegetating the literal desert is one and the same. So I came back home with a mission to partner with nature and to lead our desert into becoming the abundant paradise which God intended us to be caretakers of. I bought 5 acres of dusty rock right outside the town where I grew up, and I got to work putting everything I'd learned to the test, harmonizing the elements moving across that landscape in order to bring life back to that desert. And nature became my greatest teacher. When I made a mistake in my design, nature would let me know very quickly. But when I took just one step in the right direction, nature took 10 steps for me, reassuring me that I'm on the right path. And that place became my living land laboratory. It's now known as Wild Wash Ranch, a demonstration site providing a living example of how we can green our desert at very little cost while harmoniously producing nutritious food crops and livestock. We compost the food waste of over 7 local businesses, creating life from trash. We partner with Victor Valley College to host hands-on educational workshops, farm tours, and camping to anyone wanting to be a student of nature and participate in the true story of our role and our potential here in the high desert. So at first, my family didn't really understand what I was on about, but they could see the fire in my eyes, and it didn't take long until they saw what I saw, and once they did, they couldn't unsee it. So they jumped on board and got their own piece of dirt, put me to work, turning it into a forest of food that can support the health of our family, our local ecosystem, and provide the freshest ingredients for our restaurant, Cross-Eyed Cow Pizza. I now manage that farm with the help of my whole family and the help of the community. And together, we've planted over 300 fruit trees at a 100% success rate, and we are constantly breeding resilient, perennial superfoods. And we are reintroducing them to the public through innovative recipes, drawing from the culinary wisdom of old. By showcasing our unconventional, locally grown, regenerative produce in familiar, freshly made meals, we are actually reconnecting people to the soil beneath their feet through the unforgettable flavors that are on their plate. And as more people become aware of the beauty and abundance that our desert is capable of, more people are becoming active participants, not just in the conservation of natural resources, but in the creation of natural resources. I'm now convinced that what we need is more people making more of an impact on our environment to create a healthy, abundant future. That's why I founded my co-op, Seeds of Succession, to empower the people of the high desert to become the leaders that our land needs, simply by being who we were designed to be. We're now partnering with over a dozen local businesses, NGOs, and government agencies, and working together to restore the health of ourselves and the health of our lands at the same time. And one of my personal heroes and a pioneer of natural farming is named Masanobu Fukuoka. He always said that the ultimate goal of farming, it's not the growing of crops, but the cultivation and perfection of human beings. And I believe it's our duty to give our Creator a return on His investment, because we were made in His image to tend this garden that He created for us and to elevate creation to a state of beauty consistent with His intentions. So yeah, the best time to plant a tree was 10 years ago, that's true. But the second best time is today. Let's not just plant trees, let's plant functional farm ecosystems We can do this, High Desert. It starts with each and every one of us putting our roots down deeper than we ever thought possible right here in our communities, in our backyards. We can make food local again. Thank you.